Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
Hey, what's going on? This is Inflewence, and today I got XTransbots Master X Series 86 MX XXVX XYIII Shock Trooper Fast. This is basically the Battle Charger Runamuck. We all know Runamuck. Off the bat, as I said with the other review, if you saw that, or if you hear from that, or if you're here first, I don't know, but they both come in car mode. So I transformed the other one from car mode to robot mode, and I'm transforming this one from robot mode to car mode. And they're basically the same, except for like the arms and the feet look a little different, but they transform basically the same. So you shouldn't have no problem if you watch either of those videos to transform it back and forth. Either of these videos, I should say, this video now that's taking place. So let's get into my thoughts. I always like to do my thoughts first in case you don't have time to watch the full review. I'm going to say, if you buy any of them, I don't know too many people that's just going to buy one, but this would be the one to buy. This one is 100 times better than the other one as far as QC, everything. The way it looks, I like better, of course, because it's white as the original. The other one was brown for some reason. And I think the only thing, I think I remember he had gold up here, like on these parts. I don't know, he might have gold other places, but I'm not sure. But other than that, it's pretty on point. And here we are. Let's get into this review. You see, he holds his gun well. And this is the first accessory and only accessory, which is surprising. Again, the peg. Oh, right. So, just on camera, I just broke the peg off of the gun. And it's in his hand. And I was just about to mention the peg is super long, and I'm not sure why. And as you can see, QC issues is afoot. I mean, that's somewhat user error, but if the peg wasn't as long as it is, it wouldn't have happened. So I could probably just glue that, but that sucks. So this is hard to see because it's black. It does look like there's a little coat of paint, but in my members unboxing, join my memberships, shameless plug. In my members unboxing, I said that this gun isn't painted as great as the other gun, but the other gun's red. So, I mean, take that with what you will. So, I mean, I guess at least the figure isn't broke. I can put it in this hand, even though I was going to put it in the other hand. But only other accessories are the book. Again, I don't know how that works. Got some tech specs on the back. You got the card, fast, with some tech specs. And you have an extra little piece here, which I don't know because I didn't get this with the other one. It seems like the other one should have got this more than this one because the arms are weird on the other one. I think this is pretty straightforward for the arms. So I'm not sure. Who knows? I don't know why they do anything. And we have the box, as you can see. So here's the figure. Since we have it in robot mode, you can see his face sculpt. Again, face sculpt is money. I really do like it. I think the eyes are painted well. The face actually painted well. The sculpt is what is great. So I mean, there's that. Yeah, not much else to say about the robot. So let's get into comparisons. Got his brethren here, so you see how that looks, just in case you didn't see my other review. So comparisons out the way, let's get into articulation. You got going up, these are not anywhere entirely as loose as on the other guy, and They basically go up to 90 degrees because of this. And you can use this joint. It's a joint right here. I'm not even sure if this joint is supposed to be used, but it is. It would have been nice to have like a tab in place to tab in. So you can use this joint without it going up, but it's the second joint. But then you have the butterfly also. So that's great. You have the arm that goes all the way around. It's well tolerance. It sounds like it's tight, but I mean, it could be a little tight, but I'm good with that rather than loose. The bicep swivel here, both sides are tolerance well. Elbow still 90 degrees. I'm just gonna go through this quick because if you watch the other one, you know we got the fixed fingers like this and the fixed thumb, and the hand goes 360. So there's that. The back does come out sometimes. Now it's not coming out, but when you manipulate it, especially with these arms, but now it's not coming out. Maybe I didn't have it in right. Waist is nowhere near. Waist is tolerance very well. I'm gonna stop moving it though before it gets untoleranced well. Let me do the head. I'm skipping the head. I don't know why. It goes down about that much. Up very minimally. It does do the 360. And you can get side to side. And I already went over the head sculpt. You got a ab crunch. Again, tolerance well. However, I just untoleranced it. Skirts go up. We got side to side. About that much. Again, not doing the full splits. Thigh swivel actually moves on this guy and it's not frozen and is tight and not loose or too tight. Get you more than 90 at the knee. Knee's not loose either. And feet. You got this mechanism here. I'm not sure if I highlighted on Runabout, but it actually moves the foot all the way down and actually all the way up. The foot is like all one piece. And you have this big giant rocker right there. And you can get like the rocker. Oh no, it's the same rocker. What am I talking about? That's pretty much it. Nothing on these wheels really. And that's it for articulation. So let's get this guy transformed. What you want to do is pull this apart like that. Move this up just so you can get it out of the way. Up and out. It's on a series of hinges. I just do that to get it all out of the way. Then you want to pull this part up. I like moving the head around now because it's just easier to do. Because once you get all this stuff up and things going on, it's kind of tight for some reason. So all this goes up like this. Then up here, you just unfold. Just unfold, unfold, unfold. Unfold this part, unfold this part. It's really not difficult at all. Move this, and then you can move that like this. Now we're gonna move it over. So it's like this. I'm not gonna fool with it too much, but I am gonna fool with this section. So you got all this movement going on so you can get this correct. In this section right here, you wanna move it. You can get this out the way, move this down, get it down all the way. Then you can move this up like that. And these, it eventually go into this section like this and that, but put it down all the way like accordion, but move this up at the same time. And then you'll want to use all these in order to eventually go up in there like like that. See how that is? And then it'll come together. There we go. Trying to get it together. And you can get it like that, prepared for takeoff. No, but then you see that goes in there. Just know you gotta get it like this. So let's work on these arms. Easy. Just fold this hand back up in there and grip it. I'm gonna unfold this, and what you're gonna do is move this down here like this after opening this. And I'm not sure if this has a peg somewhere. Let me see. Oh yeah, here we go, right here. So that's how you can tell. You get that lined up, and then you can peg that together. And then it should be easy. So over here, I'll show it again. Open this up, you're moving this down. In order to know which way you want this peg hole, because this peg is gonna go in there like that way. So that's the easiest way to do it. Then peg that together, and then make sure you put this hand in the right way. Pushing it up where the thumb goes into that slot. And having it like that. And then you kind of know, because you want the peg here to match up with the peg hole here. And that's just as easy as moving this up like this. And then there's a peg up here that pegs in this thing. And again, you want to move this up like this and situate this so it let me not break this. It is a little tighter than I would prefer, but it's not bad. So you move that up, and then you have it this way, and peg these together. Make sure it all pegs together, and then this a peg up here in these two spots. But it'll be fine. Then here, you can just move the seats down. They have a peg back here that pegs into this hole. Peg that in there, and then the seat will go down. It'll probably come out again, but it kind of keeps it together. You can peg this down here. I have no idea why the whole thing ain't here, but it's in the other one. Again, bad choice. I already see people filling it in, making stuff for it. So shout out to those cats that are doing stuff like that. If that's your thing, I don't like fixing figures, but I understand. So if you didn't know, it's two pegs that peg into the back, and move this down. You see that peg hole, it kind of fits in there, and this will peg into there. And also, you want to move these pieces up before you forget, like I did almost. And then I'll peg that down here like that, and get this pegged on. And I don't know what happened here. I think the peg messed it up, but we're gonna move this down, peg that in, and peg this into the side right there. Get that kind of tight. Again, move this down, peg that into the side, get this a little tight right there. The way you want these angled is like this, and then this will go back here like this and go up in hell, and this will be out, and then you'll have a series of tabs that tab into here. But before we do that, we're gonna fool with the legs. So what I do is pull this down, flip this out, and just leave it like that. I just do that so I don't forget, but you want to fool with all this stuff. You just want to go backwards in the order. So move that out, move this out, kind of separate this from this leg right here. Then you can move this down like that and be able to move this out, get it out there like that. So then you can fool with all of this stuff. So we can move this around. Again, get this leg situated. You can get it as far as you can down there. Spin this around. Pull this out. This one, I don't know. It wasn't on like a little thing right here. So I think just pull this out as far as you can in order to get this flipped around like that. And then move it back how it's supposed to be. And this stuff here, you just flip this in. Flip this in. Well, flip this like this, because then it'll flip in. It'll be like almost in. Don't forget right here, this is what shortens the leg to make it right. So you push that all the way up in there as far as you can. And then you move this out here and you fool with this. You still got to get this around there, and then kind of like that. And this is how you want it to be, to end up like that. And then you can fix this foot here, move this around while moving this around at the same time. Then you can move this down here where the fender can get around, and also move these faux tires around too, to make it a little farther down to give it room. Then you twist that like that, and let me move this out so you can kind of see. And it has the indentation, so you just want to accordion this up like this. And you see how all that fits. It all lines up really well. You got to keep the door open. And now you want to do this side. So we're going to go through the same steps. I just like to move this out because I just want to get as much as possible out the way here. Again, you just move this, move this. Kind of move that out so you can get this up and around. Move this. I like to move it all the way out like that in order to get this piece easily flapped out, and then you can move it back there. Move this in here, flip this around here like this, push that up in there, line it up. This, move this around while you're moving this around. Don't forget to move this tire down like that and situate these tires like this. And you kind of, I don't know, I think it's easier to do it once it's all the way down, and then you can flip it around. Yeah, there you go. And flip this up. Then you just move this over here. And it's like that. Now we gotta situate this, showing it from a little different angle. Move that together. Don't forget this part, because it's very important. It won't line up if you don't shorten the leg. Ooh, this part got messed up a little bit. That's what I get for doing it first. Where was I? Here we go. Move that out and then accordion this up in there. I do like that mechanism. I think that's cool that they did that just a little bit to shorten it. It's weird that this flap just sits out like that, but it doesn't hurt anything. So not that I've seen. So then I like to put the legs together. Make sure these are straight. You're moving this. This still has to move like this. So you want this part flat on the bottom, and you can move these out a little bit because you're going to need that room. These might come out, don't worry about it. You can do everything at the end, at the last little bit, and then you move it up there like this. There's pegs that go in the front here. Kind of push this up. Then you can peg this in. Make sure these are still pegged in. Peg this back over here. There we go. Can get that there, and then this peg should go, I think it goes in right there. It looks weird though. It looks like it's, oh, over here is right. It's like, I don't know. Looks out of place, but then we can move this. Let me see. Once I get everything together, I'll try to get that peg in. These things peg on the side there, so you know you kind of got them right. Then these should peg here on this side. There's a little space that they should fit pretty well in. Peg that in there like that. Again, these should peg there. I don't know if they're not pegging for some reason. That's weird. Maybe it doesn't peg there. It works. Everything else is pegged in where it should be. Seams. And here you are, car mode. Car mode is cool. You got the gimmicks as in the other one where this opens up, kind of reveals little engine parts. You got the headlights that open, if I can get them. On the members unboxing, I couldn't get these headlights up. Plug. Join my memberships. So you get those lights up like that. Of course, you can open the doors if you want. You can open the bottom. Nah, the bottom's not supposed to open, but I don't know what I'm doing with this. I might have something wrong over here, but there we go. You can see a little better now, like how that peg is kind of square, but this is, or circle, and this is square or octagon. I don't know. Maybe it got turned around. You can open this part too in order to get to see the seats. Of course, I do this. I don't like all this anyway. Like it's like yay for them doing it, but I'd rather them have the stuff right in other areas. So yeah, that's about it. You got some paint apps back here. I do like the car. I actually like the car better than the other one as well. So this is just all around better figure. So if you enjoyed this review, please leave me everything you need to leave me. You know the drill. And I'll get up with you in another one. Peace.
You know, life ain't over. Life ain't over. Life ain't over. As long as you're alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.